All right, folks. Welcome to another episode of At the Wheel with Cars and Cameras. I'm John. That's Charles. And Isaac is Santa Claus with a bag of Frito-Lay chips. Dude, you literally had like all day before being in front of a microphone to eat crunchy, loud chips.
Yeah,
We're not going to eat chips during the podcast, bro.
But it's nacho cheese.
Sorry, guys.
So anyway, this is all you would hear.
Bingo.
All right.
That is pretty obnoxious, Charles.
So in this episode of the podcast, we're working on this 1970 Fox Condor, and we have special guest Taylor, a good friend of ours from like the early days of Cars and Cameras, and he also does our merch order fulfillment. So
Everyone be nice to Taylor.
Oh, I'm sure they were. The most famous line, I think, is cookies.
See, I don't even know that one.
So anyway, we're going to get this old 1970 Fox Condor running again, and we said if the last podcast got 500 likes, we would do a burnout on the coffee table, and you guys absolutely smashed it. So we're going to do a burnout on the coffee table with Fox so we can get it running.
Can we at least put down a piece of wood on the coffee table so we don't mess up the finish?
We didn't say we would do a burnout on the piece of wood on the table.
We said we'd do
burnout
a
on the
burnout
table.
on the table. Doesn't mean that we don't have something in between the tire and the
I
table.
mean, it's my coffee table, but I also agree with Charles and Taylor on this.
That's like an easy
Don't
way
try and
out.
back out
So-
of it, Ike.
Okay, so after the burnout, the table will be for sale for $5,000.
Oh, yes, signed.
Cars and
Dated.
Cameras memorabilia.
So we're going to start things off. Oh, sorry, guys. I got to get this out of the way here.
Oh, sure.
Last time you guys mentioned that you couldn't hear Isaac because he was working on the bike. Well, now we've bought him a new
Oh, no.
microphone.
Oh, no. Oh, is that it? Yeah. Oh.
Oops, I did it again.
My imagination was going kind of wild. I was thinking that it was going to be something very comical.
I mean,
no, this is like NSYNC, Britney Spears style headset.
that, or like we're gonna put a screen door on the Fox and cover it in Flex Seal.
So am I putting that on?
I'm going to start with it. It feels absolutely ridiculous. Feels like I'm going to sell you a ShamWow.
Come on now.
It's
Start singing.
what do they call
I
these things?
Did it again.
Headset.
Oh, a headset. You know what a call operator,
No, truck drivers
or a
have
truck
that
driver. So
kind of.
I'm going to start things off
Okay.
by cleaning the bike.
Thank you for calling
Okay.
Oculus Technical Support. How may I help you?
No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So what made you come up with 1970 on the Fox?
Well, I Googled Fox Condor mini bike,
Yes.
and our video came up, which is sweet.
Okay.
But so I don't know.
So does it matter that I don't hear you?
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm going through that camera.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're balling
so-
on a budget. We have something on order that'll make it
what are we doing?
go through that.
So his
Balling
talks
on a
through
budget?
that camera.
Yeah, it's recording through that camera.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Nice.
So anyway,
So
it's either a
this came
69 or a 70.
I've seen a bunch of them online,
Yeah.
but I don't think any of them have been like as good as this one.
Yeah, this one's nice.
This one's been now I've seen like restored ones,
Uh-huh.
and they ask a lot of money for them, but it doesn't seem. I haven't seen anything in between. I've either seen really really nice restored ones, or absolute basket cases.
This is a late 60s pit bike.
Basically, yeah,
much.
it's like one of the nicest. It's like it's one of the high end models too. I would say, not quite the highest, but it's got full suspension.
Maybe some WD-40 and some steel wool.
Yeah, that would work
Shocks
really
for
for
well.
the Trone
So-
and stuff.
The carburetor looks new. Is it the?
It's a Makuna.
Yeah, we put a 22 on it
Yeah.
because we
Is
just.
it original engine?
I think so. Yeah,
Oh.
in which we need to look at the numbers on this thing because that will give us the year, or it
Oh
should.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Taylor.
Oops.
We got to thank Taylor for finding this bike.
Yeah.
Because he originally found this bike. It's kind of funny that he's on the podcast, and
Yeah.
and we're
It's
working on
almost
the
like
bike.
we planned it.
Yeah. Did you really plan it, John, like that?
I mean,
It
just
just
happened, right?
fell
Sorta.
together.
yeah, it fell together
So
Yeah.
yeah.
like everything else we
So
did.
Yeah, that was what?
Maybe 2 years
4
ago.
years? No.
It was
What,
little,
this?
You guys were in the little. We were in the little shop.
Yeah, we were
Yes,
here
it's been
though.
a while.
Well, I remember it's during COVID
Right.
because our office still was.
You guys were working from home. Yeah.
Came and picked me up at my house.
Oh boy.
Oh, watch out, John! You're about to push it off the
Oh
table.
yeah, it's like riding on the front.
Yeah.
That's
Might want to
scary.
pull it back a little bit. Taylor, didn't you tell me about this bike first?
Yeah, there's like a slight beef between Ike and I on this
No,
bike,
there
but
is
it's
no
okay.
beef. Did you tell me or John first?
Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest. John's doing better justice of the bike sitting on the shelf in the showroom.
Yeah, tell him
He's
so.
cleaning it.
Well, I mean,
Ike,
you know,
you're-
it doesn't matter. Like, John found out about it, and
I think it is so cool.
he like really, really loved it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I didn't even fight with him over it.
Yeah.
I was like totally
Yeah,
like,
the story I got from
Hey.
you was you wanted it. John
Yeah.
wanted it, but
Yeah.
John fell in love with it, and you didn't want to take that from him. And
No.
you were a really nice
No,
guy.
'cause
And
usually I'm the one always getting mini bikes and stuff.
And I really like it.
And
No,
John,
it's-
you
John
have like 97 of them. How are you gonna ride all of them?
It's cool.
one at a time.
We'll get started.
I like the color, the chrome tank.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
it's
it's-
definitely got the look.
Yeah, and it's even got the Fox sticker.
That's
on
This
it,
would be
which is
so expensive in Texas at the paint
Awesome.
slot.
Now
Oh,
is
yeah.
it? I'm assuming this is Fox, like the same Fox that does motocross.
I don't think so.
I don't
yeah.
think it
I think
is.
it's a different Fox.
I
Yeah.
think this is. I think this predates them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it says patent pending.
Oh,
Maybe they
is
didn't
it still
get
pending?
It.
Apparently,
It's probably still pending.
it's
So-
kind of funny how the old bikes look compared to like the CT60 or 70 or whatever, because it's a very simple frame.
I think the Trail 70s like put the kind of small mini bike makers out of business. To be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. 'Cause,
I believe you're right too.
yeah.
So when was the first Trail
wonder-
70?
Late
It
60s.
was late '60s.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's coming out about the time, and then
Well,
after
because these weren't
yeah.
street legal.
You could buy one that
some
was
of these
street
are.
legal.
That's
yeah,
right.
it had a
That's right.
headlight
Yes.
and a tail light on it. That was the Fox FX or something
Yeah.
like that.
So if it had the headlight and tail light, they were usually road legal.
Yeah, the Sears.
Usually.
One of the Sears ropers I had an option for a street legal one.
That size?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes the motor would make enough power to run the headlight and the tail light, and I guess you would do your arms for blinkers.
Yeah, but would you
There
want
was
to
like-
ride that on the road?
Yeah.
It would be
in
kind of sweet.
town.
I mean,
would.
all right, close your eyes. You're listening.
I don't know. I'm
It's
afraid.
1970. You're listening to Led Zeppelin.
No one's
Okay.
texting and driving.
It's summertime.
Fair.
You're at
Yeah.
your uncle's vacation house in Nantucket, and you have a Fox Condor to go meet up with your buddies,
Am I wearing a shirt?
No.
and no shoes either.
Nice.
And you have a particular haircut, long in the back,
Uh-huh.
short in the front.
and tuck it.
Yeah.
Nantucket.
Yeah.
And
No, I
if
mean,
what?
it's cool. You know.
You know what I
If
mean? It
you
reminds me of
had-
it gives me like island vibes almost of, you
If you
know.
had a shirt on, you would probably had a pack of Camel cigarettes rolled up in the sleeve.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say it's clean enough to be honest.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering why you're doing that. That's
Yeah,
okay.
I wanted to
Yeah,
re-chrome
yeah,
some stuff, but
My mom and her first cousin,
that's bad.
they went in on a mini bike, and then when my mom went to summer camp, he sold it.
Nice.
So they were right in the height of the mini bike era.
That's
Right.
cool.
I don't want to say what year she was born,
I mean,
but being a kid in 1969 and being able to have a mini
Yeah.
bike when they were brand new, that would have been really cool.
All right,
Because the brand
it's
new
clean.
the brand new mini bikes
Ready to get it
nowadays
running?
are cool, but they're just not old.
they're not like these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to have mini bikes or go-karts growing up.
Yeah, I had.
I mean,
Same.
but I didn't
Really?
I didn't give my mom a choice though. I came home with a go-kart when I was like 11 or 12 years old. $20.
And she
Nice.
said,
I have to keep it outside.
okay.
So,
But you could keep it.
I mean,
20
I
bucks.
didn't know
Darn,
if that
I was
was
hoping to
like-
keep it in my bedroom. Dang it.
Psychologically, if that's why you've become a hoarder.
That might have something to do with it.
might have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because like
I'm
my
a shower.
my grandparents lived through the Great Depression, and it made them hold on to everything. Bread ties, like the plastic things that holds the loaves of bread shut.
Yeah.
Just literally anything and everything they saved.
I
It
don't
was
save-
tough. It was tough cleaning out the house when they passed away.
I don't
Yeah.
save everything, but anything that I want, like, I latch onto it and hold on to it forever. Because when I grew up like extremely poor. Me and my brother, we would make our own toys. Like we'd whittle out like little wooden cars and stuff, and we'd put like bottle caps for wheels on them and stuff.
Yeah.
And we'd play with those.
Yeah.
We didn't have all the expensive
Luxuries.
nice toys that a lot of the people our age were getting. We made our own. So I feel like that might have something to do with me keeping everything, hoarding everything. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Well, you're ready to work on a bike. You honestly did a good job last time.
Yeah.
How about you just work on it? Unless Charles wants to work on it.
I don't want to work on
I was gonna say, that face does not want to work on
because
it.
I can't ride it.
Doesn't sound like anyone wants to work on it.
Well, the problem is I'm not good at wrenching on stuff and talking at the same time. You seem pretty good at it. It
Oh,
takes
yeah?
every brain cell I have to turn a wrench.
Yeah. Maybe I'm not,
Here you go.
Maybe I'm not that far gone, but I do have a trouble of carrying on a conversation and focusing on what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't do both.
All right,
you,
Brittany.
you never seem to have a problem with.
Now, if it's
with
something
carrying
I've
on
done
conversations.
20 times.
You got like
Yeah.
the gift of gab.
But if I'm
not
figuring
wanna
out
work
for the
on
first time, let's don't play 20
I'll work
questions.
on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We can trade.
I think the title of this podcast needs to be "I don't have enough brain cells to wrench and talk." Isn't that what you said?
When Ike puts on the headset, he instantly becomes Magic Ike. Sorry, headphone users.
Does it really matter?
Yeah, it really does.
I wonder if the mic is like really messing with this.
Oh,
Yeah, I can.
Hey! How did we all meet?
Oh yeah, that's a great question. That's
Yeah.
a great point.
Okay,
Maybe,
that's a good
maybe
one.
you don't ask a point blank question
Yeah,
on
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
An open-ended question.
Yeah. It's like an interview.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like we met in prison or anything.
Well, this shop is a prison.
there's no windows.
That's true. We met when we were all in Eastern North Carolina, and I thought that I was going to be hot stuff in high school on the last day of school and blew up my clutch. Do you remember that?
On what?
The Mini Cooper. Hey, it was actually a pretty cool car.
Well, is this the race car one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that thing was pretty cool. How much money did you dump in that thing?
No. How much money did his parents dump into that thing?
Oh, that's
No.
true.
No.
Grandma?
No, it was me.
How much money
Because
did
they
Grandma?
wanted no part of it.
That's true.
Well, I don't blame them. It's a Mini Cooper.
It was.
It was a great car. I'm gonna be on
It-
Team
it-
Taylor for this
it
one.
was
That-
not-
it
You guys
was
are
the
gonna be on
coolest.
another
It
team.
was the coolest Mini Cooper I've ever seen in my
It
life.
was sweet.
It was. Yeah, I know. I miss
Mini
that
Cooper
car.
For a Mini
and
Cooper.
PT loser.
No, like, all right. It was an 05.
Oh.
It was an 05S.
You should probably be closer to the mic too, Taylor. There you go.
Yeah,
It was a little uncomfortable.
It was an 05 05S.
It was a 05S. I'd put the smaller supercharger pulley on it, and then the oversized engine damper pulley, whatever, on it. And then I did different injectors. I did a cold air intake.
Don't forget the wheels.
Making a measly 98
Oh,
horsepower.
I was getting to the wheels. I was getting to the wheels.
It was kind of fast.
It was pretty fast. I had a MagnaFlow exhaust on it, and the resonator vibrated.
Read the brochure.
Vibrated. Well, you know, vibrated on the heat shield. So I took it to the exhaust shop and had them cut the resonator off. So it was basically just a straight pipe with the MagnaFlow muffler on the back.
Yep.
And then I had black Koenig wheels on it.
And this is where Ike comes in.
And this is, well, okay. So anyway, so I put a roll bar in it for whatever reason. But anyway, did all this stuff, and I was like, I've graduated high school. I'm going to college. I'm gonna rip a massive burnout in the parking lot.
05 Mini Cooper.
In the parking lot of this high school, which, like, I feel like it might have done it if it was good asphalt. But you know, from us going to school together, it was not.
Right.
It was almost like,
Was it rocks?
well,
Did y'all have a resource officer at your high school?
nah,
It's like if we did a burnout, we went to jail.
nah.
Okay.
We had a little different experience.
All right.
So like, it was basically like a seal coat with like gravel on top of it.
Yeah.
And so I turned traction control off, and I felt like I was doing it, but I wasn't doing it, and I blew the clutch up. It was, what was the pressure plate in like 5 pieces?
Dude, it's been so long, I don't even remember.
I have a picture of
it.
it.
And it was
Smoking the
smoking the clutch. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yep, that was me. And I have a picture of the pressure plate somewhere on my phone. Anyway, so where do you take it in Eastern North Carolina?
But
Went to
my
Ike
shop.
and Russell's.
Yep. And so it shows up, and Ike looks at it, works on it. And about that time, Ike had a, what year Civic?
93?
93.
The red
And
hat?
I guess somewhere in Ike's mind, he thought, well, the wheels are off the car anyway.
No.
Let me see.
That was a 91 Civic?
Let me see if they'll fit on my 91 Civic.
Yeah. They look
When
good.
did I find that out?
It was years
It
after.
was years
I
after.
They look good.
Man, I had to put those wheels on the Civic. They look good.
They look good.
I mean, they weren't expensive wheels.
Not all mechanic
I
shops
think I
will do that
paid-
with you guys. You can trust your mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
Ike's just a rare breed.
Ike's shop is no longer in business.
No, we
Well,
went.
it's because he retired.
Yeah, it's
Russell
because he
retired.
retired.
We went
Russell
out
was
of
very
That's
good.
the story.
Ike was very good.
Yeah.
And I really don't care.
No, it was just funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
I mean,
and
it's not like I drove around on
No.
them.
No.
I just put them up there.
I just had to see.
Yeah.
So that was that. And then I don't know, a couple months go by, and then you had your BMW,
Yep.
and I think it was like Christmas because I think your dad got you a sway bar or something.
Oh yeah.
It was a Turner Motorsports sway bar
Uh huh.
that you wanted to slap on the stock 325.
Hey.
And you got the sway bar and no hardware.
Yep.
And I think you reached
Got a
out to me on
fuel
Facebook
leak.
because we knew each other
From high school.
from high school, but not closely.
Right. And you were like, "I'll come help you put the sway bar in."
And that was maybe 8 o'clock at night. And then 11 o'clock at night, we realized you didn't have any hardware. And so where do you go at 11 o'clock at night for hardware but to Walmart?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How'd that?
It still
go?
had Walmart. When I sold
Yeah.
the car, it had Walmart hardware on it.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I didn't know Walmart's.
Well, I don't know if
Yeah,
it was
probably
fine, but it had it on there.
3 hardware or something.
And
Great value.
I mean, but do you remember the hardware? It like didn't work. Like I think we just stacked a bunch of washers.
Yeah, it
and
was bad.
It was really bad.
It's a key component of your suspension.
It was
fine.
Stack washers.
It was
And I
fine.
think you bought the front one too. Where you're like, nah. We only did the rear. We're like, nah. I mean, I think I remember getting home at like 4 in the morning.
it was bad. That was my first experience with this install will take 20 minutes.
Yeah, it did
and
not.
8 hours go by.
Yeah, but I mean, you enjoyed that car. You autocrossed it.
It was
fun.
It was
Did
a
you ever take it on
good car.
No.
Had to keep jump starting it every once in a while because
Yeah,
the
well,
battery
the
would just
system in the back. Charles and I
randomly-
were talking about the
Yes.
system earlier today, and I think it started draining the battery somehow.
Well, I think you were having a problem with the BMW. something like a computer not going to sleep.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I think it was that system because
No,
I know where he
because-
got that system
'cause-
done, and it was 100% that system. That was the shop. That was the shop on Main Street that I went to go get. They put the little XM module in the truck,
Uh-huh.
and I'm looking, and he had an Audi A6, and he was changing the oil pan gasket, and he had it jacked up, but he only had half the car jacked up, so the car was sitting on its driver's side with 2 jack stands on the passenger side. He was this fat guy getting under it, and he's like, "This gasket doesn't work," and he had the gasket upside down.
Nice.
And I was sitting there, and I was like, well, hopefully all you're doing is just the XM, and it's really not that hard, because, you know.
I think, John, your center console, in like the gear selector lights wouldn't go out. They would stay on.
Oh,
Huh.
and it killed the battery.
And yeah, because when it would mess up, sometimes the center console lights would be out, and then other times you would walk by and the lights would be on. So there was a module that wasn't asleep.
What happened to that car?
Someone sat on the hood while I was in college and screwed the hood all up, and then it got sold to help buy my brother's first car.
I mean, you don't miss it though.
I mean, not really.
I mean,
really.
you bought an identical one that you just sold
Also
recently.
sold, yeah.
Oh, I thought he was getting ready.
Oh, you said M3, yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, it's the same car.
It
Hey,
is the
are there
same
any
car.
numbers on the side of that motor? I want to look up the year on it.
Sure, let me look. I think I'm ready to try to crank it up.
Already?
Yeah.
What have you just
Here's
checked the oil
numbers.
and stuff?
I checked the oil. I turned on the fuel. It looked like we had run it.
Did I just see a drip?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
The valve is leaking. But I think you ran it out of gas for storage.
Yeah, yeah.
So most likely, this one's an easy one.
Charles, do you have your phone on you? Mine is recording.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Look up the numbers. Yeah, how you doing, Charles? You still kind of sore?
Okay, guys. I'm pretty sure it's a 73.
Why do you say that?
Well, because usually on these Tecumsehs, the last 2 digits of either the serial number or this other.
Is that with rigs as well?
Yeah. See, I got a model number that ends in 74. I've got a serial
I trust
number that
Tecumseh
ends in
more.
77, and I have another number of something that ends in 73.
Well,
So
is it possible that it's just a replacement? Maybe the guy that had it before just got it brand new and just
The pull
drove the
cover-
crap out of
Yeah,
it.
the pull cover could have been just replaced.
That's
the
true.
pull cover or the engine could have been replaced. So are y'all looking up what to go by?
No, but
There's-
I can.
There's no
That's okay.
identifiers on the frame?
I'm looking at. I'm trying to
Usually
find.
not.
I don't think
sometimes
so.
on these old bikes there is, and
There,
sometimes
there
there's not.
should be a.
And even when there is, like, you can Google it and like nothing will be there.
So how do you register? Because
They probably gave you a like a bill of sale and a title when you
Huh.
first bought it.
Yeah,
But this one, I don't think you ever could because it never
it
had.
didn't have the
headlight
headlight
taillight.
on it. and
Oh yeah,
taillight.
but hold on. You're saying if it doesn't have a VIN number on it?
right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Does it not
it
have a VIN
should
number?
have one on it somewhere.
While he looks, let me ask you a question, and this goes back to Taylor lore. These microphones, do I need to modulate my breathing?
I think you're good.
Okay.
I think you're good.
I still do that to this day.
I breathe heavily.
Well, or like if I'm taking a video when we were on trips or whatever, I just hold my breath. And then I then you get in your head and you start manually breathing. And you're like,
It's worse.
This bike costs $99.50.
Brand new. $100
Let's
bucks,
see.
brand new. Inflation calculator.
yeah.
So congratulations, YouTube. You have guilted a man into holding his breath anytime he's taking a video. I mean, it's
Well-
probably making your videos better.
I mean, it's not like I take a bunch of videos and then watch them. I don't even know why I take videos.
Dude, there's one in really nice shape
Yep.
going for $3,500.
See, that's the FX. That's the one with
Yeah.
the headlight, taillight on it. Yeah, and it's like freshly restored.
Trail FX.
Yeah, the Trail FX. It's super nice.
So we're gonna say 1969.
Yep.
$99. $828 is what this would have cost.
That's really. Oh, I mean,
That's not bad.
Which
that's pretty darn cheap.
I would have thought it would have been more.
I mean, you can buy a brand new decent mini bike for $800 these days.
Yeah.
It won't have a chrome tank on it.
What's a Coleman cost?
$7.99.
Yeah, $800. Yeah.
Okay. And that's a lot cooler than a Coleman.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like
The-
people will probably attack me for that, but
The older
cool.
bikes
Yeah.
just have more personality than the.
Je ne sais quoi.
I like old stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't find a number on this. It's probably under the gas tank or the seat.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna try to crank this thing up.
Is it ready to crank up?
I'm gonna try it.
You want me to hold the throttle or something?
Let me just sit tight there, big boy.
No problem. All right, come on, old HS40. We got another HS40 Tecumseh 4-horse.
Oh yeah, we did
The last one was also a white HS40.
man. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Charles is in the danger zone.
Oh, yeah, I guess I am.
He's about to get a little perfume. Okay.
Nice.
It does stink.
That was
I mean, that was what?
that wasn't too bad.
No, it was like the fourth
Oh.
time?
This poor coffee table.
What?
And it's idling.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That one might have been a little bit too
that was
easy.
too easy.
Yeah. I mean, like, is the podcast over now?
No,
It doesn't have to
no,
be.
Let's
No, it
keep
doesn't
it,
have to
man.
be.
That
I can sit down and make
seemed
myself
very
comfy.
uneventful.
Yeah, it was a little too easy. All you did was turn the fuel on, check the oil.
Dude, that just kind of shows that with small engines, if you turn off the fuel
And you run quality fuel to begin with.
and you run quality fuel to begin with, and you run out all the fuel out of the carburetor, when you come back to it, this thing hadn't cranked up in years.
Yeah, it's probably been a year and a half now.
Yeah. So it just kind of shows that if you take care of your stuff, use the right fuel, drain the fuel out of the carburetor, it's going to be fine when you come back to it, especially if you keep it in a heated and air-conditioned shop. This engine has points, so if it sits in the barn or under the shelter out back, we would probably needed to go through the points and stuff.
So is there something to be said, too, that the engine is very old and simple?
It is very old and simple.
Like, would a Predator 212 have the same...
Yes.
Okay. What do I know?
It would have
Nothing.
It would have been probably easier to crank up, tell you the truth. You know, because those have like non-points.
Electronic.
Yeah,
Like
ignitions.
Okay.
They have better ignition. So
although we don't know what a Predator 212 is going to do in 30 years.
we're gonna find out though.
This is
Hopefully.
all I can see with Ike.
The ShamWow guy? Yeah, I know. When he's sitting there telling, like,
Yeah.
when he's sitting there telling
But
us
wait,
about all you need to
there's
do
more.
is turn your
That's
fuel
Billy
I know.
on.
Mays. That's Billy Mays.
Call now.
He never wore
Now
a
we just
headset.
gotta wait for him to bite a chick's ear off.
Is that what? It was
What?
the tongue.
What?
Yes.
I looked it up this morning.
What?
was a
Billy
tongue.
Mays did that?
No,
No.
it was the
No.
ShamWow guy.
The ShamWow guy
Oh.
bit somebody's tongue off.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
What?
Okay.
That's why he's no longer
in South Florida. No, he still is. He has a podcast now. And the top
Wait,
comment
now,
is,
Was
so
this?
any idiot with a half brain and a microphone can start a podcast. And then I felt really bad about myself.
So
Why? Did you make the comment?
No, we're
so
there's at least 2 or 3 brains here.
I don't think anything bad happened with Billy Mays. I think he just had a heart attack.
No, do you know why he had a heart attack?
He got hit in the head with luggage on an airplane.
because
What?
I don't know. Something happened. Like, didn't he
wherever
get,
he
didn't
was
get hit
wherever he
by
was
luggage?
at, it was
Pretty sure it was,
snowing.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Oh,
a
that's
lot
right,
Of
yeah.
hard,
Okay.
like
Well.
like chronic hard drug use, right?
I think it was
It was-
snowing.
Definitely snowing tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, we should not judge. We don't know the lifestyle of TV
We've been on TV.
Sales
Personalities.
people.
Yeah.
We've been on TV.
Well, what's so
But
funny is
you're not selling anything. You're not painting Flex
We're
Seal
selling.
over
We're
a,
selling.
screen door.
Go Power Sports parts.
yeah, it's different.
But
than
wait,
Flex Seal.
there's more.
Why are you scratching
got
your
it.
neck like that while you're talking about good power sport? Yeah. gotta get a motor.
I remember when I was a kid and Billy Mays passed, like, and I read, like, you know, the autopsy found that it was hard drugs. And I was like, no, Billy Mays?
Not him.
Well, like, now being an adult watching his old videos, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, this brake caliper on this bike says Fox.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of these sales, like, features was a disc rear brake.
Yeah, it's kind of funny you think about that. Like, what was on window stickers 30 years ago on cars, like power locks,
Yeah.
disc brake,
Uh-huh.
cruise control, like,
Right. A lot of stuff
Ashtrays.
is standard. Ashtrays, yeah.
yeah.
Cup holders, dude.
Wait,
Yeah.
you know what I miss about the older cars? Like you
hard
could
to say.
order them any way you wanted them.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
If you wanted to put a big block in your 4-cylinder car, they would cram a big block in there
Yeah.
if you ordered it, and it could be done.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
like,
think it still can be nowadays, but like, it's all about money and legality, like where you're at.
Well,
You'd probably have to
So-
go from the dealer to, like, Hennessy or something.
remember when I was looking during like COVID or whatever, you were helping me look for a new truck,
Yep.
and we went online, and I couldn't get it exactly like I wanted it.
Right. Didn't you want the 6.2 and, like, the short bed or something like that?
Something like that.
oh,
And I wanted
he wanted a Corvette engine and a work
Well,
truck body.
but
yeah.
there's
And I get it, but they don't do that
I wanted-
anymore because they can't make money.
there's a
Yeah.
dealer that does it.
That's why it's.
I read
oh.
this somewhere recently. I think it's in like a state that you would say, well, that makes sense.
Alabama.
But it's a Ford.
Florida?
I think it's a Ford.
Florida.
I think it's like a,
Oh,
a
yeah,
single
yeah.
cab short bed
They just
Ford
put a
F-150.
Whipple on the Coyote.
Yeah.
yeah, 700 and something
Isn't it
horsepower.
like
Yeah.
45
I read this.
grand or something?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's kind of
it's a base truck
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
with a supercharger on the V8,
Yes.
and they're asking $40-something thousand for it. It's got the center cap wheels, no fancy wheels. It's got the steel wheels with like the center caps and stuff.
I can't
I'll still
decide if you're
I'll
saying
still
that,
take
like-
Jose's old work truck with a junkyard LS.
I
Yeah,
can't.
I'm telling
Dude,
you.
this is 2 episodes in a row. He's crapping on Fords.
Well, I can't.
I can get that thing done for $8,000, and you're still like pinching pennies. Like, I need another cam for my Coyote because I ordered 3 and I need a 4th one.
Now, the Mustang that I had the Coyote,
Right.
and it was a great engine.
But
The rest of the car.
why did you
The
get
rest-
rid of it?
Well,
Why'd you get rid of it, man?
'Cause
Was
you
there
could hear the
corrosion in the quarter panel on the thing?
You could hear Jaws
Was there-
music when you got near people.
Was there
so
corrosion under the hood?
Dun, dun. I remember
So
that video John did. That was so funny.
Uh-huh.
apparently, when they were making the Ford Mustang in 2014,
Okay.
there were 2 people at the rear of the car.
Uh-huh.
The person on the right side,
Uh-huh.
they were sober or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and they put seam sealer in the wheel well.
Uh-huh.
The person on the left side
It was snowing over there, wasn't it?
was in the bathroom, eating lunch, doing
I'm gonna
something.
go get a chicken sandwich.
Because I had that car, I didn't buy it new, but it was only 2 years old.
It was a nice car.
It was the most expensive spec Mustang you could really get.
Right.
It
Below,
was-
like, a GT 350 or
Well,
something.
yeah, like just a GT. So it was a 2014 GT
Track back.
track pack with the Recaros, with navigation, with the glass roof.
Really fast.
With crowd control.
No, it didn't have that.
Okay.
Not of that. That does not come standard.
Oh, man. There's a camera right there. Am I blocking that camera?
Maybe.
All right.
It's okay. They-
And like, it was a really nice car. I put a Hurst shifter in it.
I remember that.
Yep.
Does that just make it a short throw shifter? Or?
Yeah. No, it
Okay.
was nice. I mean, it had a nice feeling when like it engaged, like it
nice,
just
nice
clicked.
crisp
Yep.
shifts.
So I did that. I changed the valve covers to, yes, they are plastic. But I changed them from gray to blue because it was like $40. It's like, why
That's all
not?
right.
You bought some Ford Racing lawn chairs.
I sure did. I leaned into it.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah.
It had Flowmasters on it.
Yep.
I did not do that.
Did you get your Nikes?
Now we're dripping into Corvette. It wasn't that
You
bad.
know, they both do the same thing.
Yeah.
But it had Flowmasters on it. It was too loud, and if I was going to keep it, I wanted to get... Apparently, you can get the GT500 mufflers and the rear valence. And you put those on, and it just looks really good, and it's like in between stock and the Flowmasters.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't keep it because I had it 2 years, and it was like I was driving it one day. I hear all this water sloshing. I'm like, what could that be? And so I started like investigating, and
Just gonna make sure everything's.
I can't remember how I found out. I guess I read it online or whatever, and so I ended up taking the rear interior panel out and looking down, and there's about 6 inches of water in the quarter panel.
Mm-hmm.
And so I shop vacked it out, and it had already started rusting inside. So
Corroding.
Corroding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So keep in mind, this was a 2014. This was 2018 that I was doing this, so it was only 4 years old. So I shop vacked it out, and then I put seam sealer in there. I shop vacked it out. I did like a wire brush, and I did pour 15.
Good stuff.
And then I did the seam sealer, and I was like, well, this is fine, like, whatever. Apparently it is a very well-reported issue that Ford never wanted to do anything about.
Yeah.
I know, I'm building your case.
I was
So anyway, I was kind of fine with it, and then the second issue that started happening was the hood, and I'm going to get this wrong, but I think the hood was aluminum,
Yes.
but the inner structure was steel. And whatever process they used to weld the hood to the inner structure had some kind of electronic reaction or whatever.
Electrolysis. When you get two
Electrolysis.
different dissimilar metals,
Yeah,
it can cause like a reaction, electrolysis.
yeah. So the paint started bubbling
Yeah.
on the hood.
Yeah.
And it was under, but you could see where it was going to start.
It was going to come around.
It was
I
going to start
remember
coming
that.
around.
Yep.
And I was like, well, it's got 70 or 80,000 miles. I don't remember now. I need to put tires on it. Let's let it go.
You actually
It was like
drove.
garage kept too.
Yeah, it was a nice car.
It was nice. I drove up to D.C. to get it.
And you actually showed up at the Hot Rod Power Tour when I went. Were you
Yeah.
there too?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is when it came through in North
Yeah,
Carolina.
you were in the truck,
Yeah.
and it was hot.
Oh yeah.
And me and other Taylor were sitting in the car with the air conditioning.
Yeah.
Times.
Sell
they-
out.
That was when, remember when because it was when they came through this area, and the thing was, everybody's going to go to Petty's Garage.
Yeah.
And if you've never been there, it's a 2-lane road. You get off the interstate, and then it's 2-lane road for what, 3 or 4 miles?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got off the interstate
It was
and
a
then
line.
stopped. And it was the line of however many cars to get into the parking lot all the way through. So we just turned around.
Yeah, we sat there long enough that my truck, for the first time ever, started to overheat.
Yeah.
And there were other cars dropping like flies because we were sitting there so long we were overheating.
Yeah.
Because they would only let the amount of cars in the parking lot, and there was
Yeah.
300 people that wanted to show up.
No, it's more.
Probably more than that, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Probably like 3,000.
Yeah.
Well, who
yeah.
decided to do that?
I mean,
I've never been to Petty's Garage.
It's not that big.
We should go sometime.
Well,
yeah,
you know-
it's not.
Yeah, Ford actually figured out transmissions. Like, their transmissions are pretty dang good. Now, the engines, like the 6.0 with the 100% failure rate, that just don't get me started.
well, their transmissions are not good. So
That one,
we'll
yeah, I guess
switch. So that one's an issue. Anyway, so finishing that story before I go on to the next
So
one.
you try and
So the
give
guy-
them one, and then they take it away by themselves.
I know. The guy had a stock Mustang. I think he put Mickey Thompson's on the back, but it was an automatic, and
It was
he
fast.
had two-step.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe something else. But he was making like good passes, and he's very nice. I went up to him and I asked about the car, and he told me everything, and
It was like, it might have been like 11 seconds or something. It was like really
Yeah.
fast.
I just remember, there's things in your life that you just remember very vividly,
Yeah.
like memories that you look back on. I just remember him like pulling up to staging, and for whatever reason they let you be around it.
Yep.
And like right as he pulled up to staging, AC/DC's "Shoot to Thrill" came on,
Nice.
and like he smoked the tires, and it's dark. I mean, it's 11 o'clock at night, and the lights are coming down, and like the smoke just comes up, and it's like "Shoot to Thrill," you know.
It's
One of my favorite cars ever is a Ford.
What's that?
GT?
GT40.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
Well, okay,
GT40,
GT40,
incredible.
but also like a 05 GT.
Oh, yeah.
Did
Those
I-
are sweet.
Did I send you that video today?
No.
Like the Celine.
So there's a guy on Instagram.
Pizza.
Oh God, yes. There was a guy on Instagram that has one in Germany. He got on the
Thank you.
Autobahn. Thank you. Got on the Autobahn, and it just like he's just shifting gears, just chatting about it, and it's just 200 miles an hour.
Nice.
Yeah.
In 05.
05.
Yeah, I've just never grown very fond of that body style, but I guess it's
The GT40?
No, GT40.
Well, the
My bad, no, I thought you were talking
Oh,
about just Mustang GT.
Oh, no,
like
we're
the
talking
05.
about,
No, we're talking about like the.
So, a 2005 Ford GT is like the GT40 that they brought back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
you
that
could
makes
walk into a Ford dealer in 2005 with $150,000 and buy this car.
I thought they
Yep.
were cheaper than that.
I thought it was 150.
I don't know.
now they're like
Oh, they're like
4
double
times.
Or,
Yeah.
triple.
Okay.
Well, it's like, we're not that old, but think about one of the best YouTube. Well, love you. One of the best YouTube videos ever is the Super Speeders episode
Yep.
with
And
the
he's running from
GT.
the cops.
Yeah,
You know,
we will be watching that shortly.
yeah. It was just like, a grainy YouTube video of a dude, like, camera mounted in the GT.
Yeah.
And it's on one of these cross-country races.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it was you
Cannonball.
would buy. Was it a DVD?
I think you buy
was-
the DVD set
yeah.
of the Cannonball
It
run
was.
or something.
I remember the
wow. It was
commercials.
old.
I remember the commercials. It would be on like Spike TV or Speed TV.
Spike
And-
TV.
oh yeah. Well, during the day you'd have
Fell
the,
asleep
the
watching that a
DVDs.
lot.
Oh yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah. Mini bikes. Go karts.
Yeah, you can
Boy,
can
we
tell I
went
know nothing about
we
it.
went way off.
oh, that's all right.
Well,
That's
that's,
all right. I
you
think it's
know
time to
that's
do a
what
burnout.
happened.
That's
Oh,
what,
yeah.
That's
I mean, that's what
why
happens when we
podcasts
talk.
get genuine.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we ready to do burnout on this coffee table?
Sure.
All right, we need to set a new goal of 1,000 likes on this episode, right? But what are we going to do if we get 1,000 likes on this episode?
The next one, whatever it is, we do another burnout.
If we get 3,000 likes, I'll buy a shock collar and we'll put it on Ike.
3,000 likes.
Oh,
I just
of
vol-
course
no,
you
no,
would.
dude.
We're gonna put
no,
it
no,
on-
we're not
It
gonna
would-
do
it
that.
wouldn't
No,
be
I
the
don't-
first time.
No, I don't
I
want to
know,
hurt.
I-
I actually don't want to hurt
You
Ike.
want to talk about another core video? I just remember you sitting on the couch. And just progressively, your human barks just got louder and louder, and then you go, huh.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one, Charles?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So
There is a-
there is a video out there of me wearing a shock collar. That my very first time ever on YouTube.
Yeah, before
Was it?
before yeah,
Before
dude,
Cars and
before
Cameras.
Ike was like working with me, he was I would show him a video of like, what I did on like that Corvette or whatever, and he was like, I've been in a YouTube video. You want to see it? It's him like at Thanksgiving with the family, like around, like wearing a shock collar,
Yeah.
like a noise.
I've been on YouTube.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden that video is gonna blow up.
my brother.
It's only got
Wild
like probably 400 or 500 views
Couple hundred views. Yeah.
right now.
Cool.
Could we link it in the podcast
Should we link
description?
it?
Is that Ike's Adventures?
No,
Oh,
I don't think we need to link it.
We can. Yeah. We can let
Sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, apparently people
know
have
it.
found my old YouTube channel because I've been commenting and liking on
Oh,
stuff.
know
people
Yeah,
are
they
gonna
see
find
videos of
Oh,
like
yeah.
me in 2014, I think.
Oh,
I
that's
think
cool.
there's a
I need to
12-year-old. There's a
watch that.
12-year-old video of me doing a burnout on a go-kart, and it was so bad that I had to stand on the front axle and control the throttle and the steering.
Yep.
And it was drifting pretty good, but that was the extent of
I gotta
like
see
I
that.
got
I've
a
never seen
powerful
that.
go-kart.
Yeah, man.
That's the way to do it.
Shall we fire up the Fox?
Sounds-
now that
Yeah,
we've been
so
sitting here
sounds
talking
good.
for 20 minutes,
Now-
it's not going to run.
So let me just say something.
Yeah.
I was the last person to change the rear tire and tube. Don't pop it.
Oh no, we're doing kind of a little.
It doesn't matter because that tire needs to be changed anyways.
No,
Wait,
it doesn't.
what?
It's brand new.
It's smaller than the front tire.
It's
it
alright.
looks
Okay.
funky.
No,
What are
no,
you
that's
talking about?
no. I'll give you that. We didn't get the right size tire,
No,
but it
that's
is
the
a
tire that
it's
we
a
had
brand
here.
it's a brand new pit bike tire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like off a Honda 50.
Like a
I think.
P50 or something.
That's the only one they
PW50.
had at the local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it worked.
I never would have known. It looks fine to me.
It's
Yeah. Yeah,
smaller
'cause-
than the front.
I was the one that rode it last, and I popped the tire and tube, so I fixed it, and it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
If it's smaller, it's just doing a little Carolina squat.
Yeah,
It's
little-
doing a little
squat.
Carolina squat. Can someone grab the wood here?
Yes, sir.
Blocks. Blocks.
No, I'm good.
Blocks. All right. So we have. This is gonna be so fun.
So where's the best camera? Oh dear.
Okay. Good.
Are we good? Are we good? Can you hear me? All right.
Oh, it'll be all right. You're so good at that.
Oh,
All right,
the
dude.
talent that you have that nobody knew we needed.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the wrong.
Let me choke it.
How much you want to bet? I bet that number 3, because John hadn't taken the assembly things off. I bet that board just goes.
Yeah, I don't want the board. I don't want this board hitting me in the.
It'll be all right.
Oh yeah! All right. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it smells so bad.
Oh yeah. All
Do it
right.
again,
Let's
do it
see the
again.
table.
Smells like a
Okay,
like a
the-
burnt potato chip.
Yeah, the tire's still in good shape. There was a little bit of oil on the exhaust. No big deal. Yeah. coffee
Yeah,
table's fine.
coffee table's good. Can we put the block back under it, or do you want to just put it down?
I think the coffee table's fine. I think
Yeah,
you,
actually-
it's a story.
Yeah.
Patinaed the.
We patinaed the coffee table. It looks great.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
like
It's
the
just-
you
yeah,
know
it's a good
the you know the desk in the back of the classroom that everyone signed. It's
Yeah.
always got the cartoons on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is the
now.
desk.
This is it.
Yeah, look, Taylor. This one started out to be that one.
Nice.
All right, that went a lot
It's
better than I thought it
stinky.
was going to be.
It is
Yeah,
super
like-
stinky.
Well, I don't want to speak this into existence or anything, but like, none of this was hard. It fired right up. Did a great burnout.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure there's going to be one of these where we're pulling the flywheel and checking
Oh
the
yeah.
points.
Oh,
and stuff.
definitely.
4-hour
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Like a part
Yeah.
2, we'll get it running.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure that will happen.
Is
but
it? Is it?
That's okay.
Is it me, or does it smell kind of like rotten meat?
I'm gonna say that's you.
There's definitely a weird
There's
smell
something-
with the burning rubber. It's like whatever veneer
Yeah.
or
Whatever
coating
it
was
is.
on
Bad.
the particle
Yeah.
board.
It's not great.
Yeah.
So with that being said, let's blow this popsicle stand.
Yeah, because the pizza's here.
Yeah, it is very stinky. Thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. Let's see, At the Wheel with Cars and Cameras. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button because at 3,000 likes, Ike is going to wear a shock collar.
I don't want to put him through that. We need to
What
come up with
about-
something. We need to come up with something
We'll,
else.
we'll
I've
paper,
got
rock,
a-
scissor. Who gets to wear the shot collar?
I have a shock collar for our dogs, but it's not like a shock. It's like a,
Like a 9-volt battery.
or it's like a vibrate. I don't know. It's not as intense.
No, we got to have the shot collar.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to
Help-
do that.
help-
I don't know
help
if I
me
want a
help you.
sudden on my back.
We need to get one for remote.
Oh dear.
That way we can like pass the remote around.
Oh, there was a challenge like that where you have to like recite something while someone you don't know is hitting the button and you don't know when it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I can't remember what game
We
that
can just-
was, but
Yeah, we-
it's like trying to sing something or just fill a cup with water.
Yeah.
Would you rather do the shot collar or eat a Pocky?
Oh my gosh, shot collar because it's over with.
What's a
'Cause,
Pocky?
the Pocky
That hot
chip
chip.
challenge, I don't
Oh,
do
I
good
do
with-
that too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ike's gonna eat whatever that potato chip is.
It's like
oh,
a
we're gonna get
Dorito.
okay. We'll get a Pocky chip. Oh my gosh.
Nah, or I'll do it. Someone will do it.
Or we split it up and we
Yeah, we'll
all do it.
There we go.
I'm not doing
Anyway, if you can think of a good challenge for us to hit our 3,000 like goal, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Fast.
So anyway, Taylor, thanks for being here, buddy. I think that's about it. Charles is still recovering from his
Yeah.
wreck, but you're
Yeah.
back at work.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't left. I just can't really lift too much.
Yep.
That was about as much as I needed.
I mean,
to
you
do.
brought like a 40-pound toolbox upstairs.
Yeah, that was too much. I shouldn't have done that.
Okay.
But just because like I want the recovery time to be as short as possible.
Yep, I hear you. Oh, and Miles, your boy's having a birthday here in a
Oh
couple
yeah,
days. So
my son's birthday is Friday. He's
Yep.
turning 2.
everybody wish Miles happy birthday down in the comments. So anyway, thank you all for watching. We're going to have some pizza. Bye.